A weathered map from the 1500s marks an island that once guided sailors across the Atlantic. Today, nothing stands where land was carefully drawn. No cliffs, no forests, only open water. How can an entire place vanish from history? Some disappeared beneath rising seas. Others may have been copied from older charts until fiction looked like fact. Yet a few still leave historians searching for answers. Tell us where you are watching from, and subscribe for more evidence-based mysteries, because the final location on this list has challenged explorers, scientists, and map experts for centuries. For centuries, maps were far more than simple tools. They represented the best knowledge available at the time. Skilled cartographers gathered reports from sailors, merchants, explorers, and travelers before carefully drawing each coastline by hand. A single mistake could spread across Europe for generations. But sometimes those mysterious locations refused to disappear, even after repeated voyages failed to find them. One of the most famous examples is Hy-Brasil, a legendary island shown on maps west of Ireland for nearly 700 years. According to historical records, experienced sailors claimed the land appeared only under rare conditions before fading into thick fog. Some described green hills rising above calm water. Others reported strange lights glowing across the shoreline. Those stories encouraged countless expeditions. Yet every search ended with the same result. Then something unexpected happened. Even after explorers returned empty-handed, Hy-Brasil continued appearing on official charts. New maps copied older ones because respected cartographers trusted earlier sources. During an age without satellites, confirming distant coastlines often proved impossible. One inaccurate drawing could survive for centuries simply because nobody possessed better information. That raises an important question. Did ancient mapmakers preserve forgotten knowledge? Or were later generations repeating someone else's mistake? Modern science offers several possible explanations. Some researchers suggest unusual weather conditions created powerful mirages above the Atlantic. Temperature layers can bend light across great distances, making distant land appear much closer than reality. Sailors unfamiliar with this effect could honestly believe they had discovered an island. Others point towards submerged banks hidden beneath shallow water. During rough weather, breaking waves might resemble cliffs viewed from far away. However, no verified evidence confirms that Hy-Brasil ever existed as a true island. Still, the mystery refuses to fade. Ancient legends describe Hy-Brasil as a place of great wisdom, hidden beyond ordinary sight. Those stories remain part of Irish folklore rather than established history. Yet the remarkable fact remains unchanged. Generations of respected mapmakers believed the island deserved a place beside real countries and coastlines. That decision shaped exploration for hundreds of years. But Hy-Brasil was only the beginning. Another vanished land appeared on maps across an entirely different ocean. This time, governments accepted its existence, ships changed course because of it, and an international search eventually uncovered a discovery that surprised even experienced investigators. That forgotten place was Sandy Island, a land that appeared on maps for more than a century in the Coral Sea between Australia and New Caledonia. Unlike Hy-Brasil, this was not a medieval legend. Modern atlases printed it. Navigation charts marked it. Even digital maps carried it into the 21st century. For years, almost nobody questioned whether it truly existed. Everything changed in 2012. A team of Australian researchers sailed directly to the recorded location during a scientific expedition. They expected to find a small island surrounded by reefs. Instead, their instruments measured water nearly 1,400 meters deep. There was no beach, no rocks, no shallow seabed. The island had simply vanished. Within days, mapmakers around the world began removing Sandy Island from their databases. How could such a mistake survive for so long? According to researchers, the answer may lie in the earliest reports. One possibility suggests a 19th century ship misidentified a large floating mass of volcanic pumice after an underwater eruption. From a distance, the dark stone could resemble solid land. Another theory points to simple human error. A wrong position copied onto later charts could spread from one respected map to another. However, no verified evidence has confirmed exactly how Sandy Island first entered the record. Yet Sandy Island was not the only place to disappear. Early maps of North America often showed entire mountain ranges that never existed. Other charts included rivers flowing through empty deserts or coastlines stretching hundreds of kilometers beyond reality. Each correction revealed how difficult exploration once was. Without aircraft, satellites, or GPS, cartographers relied on scattered observations collected over months or even years. A single misunderstanding could reshape the world's image for generations. Then researchers uncovered something even more surprising. Not every vanished place was completely imaginary. Geological studies show that some ancient landscapes really did disappear. At the end of the last ice age, sea levels rose by more than 100 meters as massive glaciers melted. Vast coastal plains flooded beneath the ocean. Communities that once lived on dry ground lost their homes as shorelines moved farther inland. Today, scientists continue discovering traces of these drowned landscapes beneath layers of sand and seawater. One remarkable example lies beneath the North Sea. Archaeologists call it Doggerland, a vast stretch of land that once connected Britain to mainland Europe. Fishing boats have recovered ancient tools, animal bones, and even human remains from the seabed. Unlike High Brazil or Sandy Island, Doggerland is supported by geological evidence and archaeological discoveries. It reminds us that some missing places truly belonged on ancient maps before nature erased them. That leaves one final question. When historians compare forgotten charts with modern technology, are they uncovering simple mistakes or rare clues pointing toward landscapes the world has long since lost? The final chapter reveals what these vanished places teach us about history, exploration, and the limits of human knowledge. Old maps remind us that every generation sees the world through the knowledge it has. Some vanished places proved to be simple mistakes. Others disappeared beneath changing seas. And a few still challenge historians with questions that remain unanswered. Which mystery fascinated you most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And subscribe for more evidence-based documentaries exploring history's greatest unsolved secrets.